It's all right saying Crime Stoppers is a positive step to reduce crime.
Serious crime?
All right, serious crime. But the point is, sooner or later, someone is going to get set up.
Oh, I don't know.
Look, when the system guarantees
anonymity.
Yes,
Where's
whatever.
Galway's office?
Upstairs.
In the locker rooms?
Back there, the right.
Cheers.
Who's that?
Search me.
Now, why those toe rags can't have a few drinks and enjoy themselves, I don't know. I mean, I could do without this aggravation, you know? Ain't as if this place is going to make me a millionaire.
Should make you a multi-millionaire, the prices you charge here, mate.
My prices reflect the service I give. Do I want riff-raff in here?
You rip off merchants' house for the trouble you get.
See, I don't care about the damage. But two of my lads are in hospital. One's got a broken hooter, and the other's got a few cracked ribs. I want these geezers nicked.
OK then, so who were these geezers?
Matadors. Jack Tars. Sailors.
Right.
Come in.
Pete Ramsey, it's the Chief Inspector Conway.
Right, take a seat. PC Ramsey to see yourself.
I want details of investigation. Inquiries in hand is just not good enough.
I haven't had time to do any more on it.
Are you telling me there's a false entry in the crime book?
Whenever I've been pushed for time, that's exactly what you've always told me to do. Write in inquiries in hand. That was, of course, when you were a sergeant.
And you always told me to do the same thing.
That is a false entry. Why haven't you been there?
We have been.
It is not a false entry.
Then why haven't you circulated the number of the van involved?
Because we've only got part of the registration number. We are still...
Making inquiries.
I think I know where the van hangs out.
You are both getting very sloppy. Now, if you don't pull your socks up, you are going to end up in deep trouble. Now, go down there and nick somebody.
Taking it out on us isn't going to help make you a proper DI, Ted.
While I'm acting DI, I am going to run this office just the way I want to. Straight books, no discrepancies. I want nothing that will give aggravation to them upstairs. I want results. Do I make myself clear?
Oh, yeah. Very clear.
So, what do we do now?
We go and nick 'em.
You're joking.
Where's your bottom, son?
I don't believe it. We're going to go and nick the Navy.
Yep.
Well, who's parked in the Chief Super's bay, Sarge?
I wish I knew. You'll have your guts for garters. Probably get you flung off light duties.
Transfer to Brixton.
You can go in now.
Yeah.
Traffic lights are out, Devonport Road.
Again?
You know what to do, don't you? Just point at the car, and when you're sure that the driver has seen you, you raise your hand. Like this, palm out.
So I get a break before lunchtime.
You've got a good memory.
On your way. What are you laughing about?
You don't know who owns that bloody Porsche out there, do you?
Porsche?
It's parked in the Chief Super's bay.
Parked in the Chief Super's
Yeah,
bay?
I'm the one who's going to get it in the neck.
Oh, come on, Tom. You take this all too seriously.
Look, I don't want to be on light duties, believe me. If I could get out on the street, I'd jump at the chances.
Right, I'm not having a go at you.
Look, if I'm told I've got to check all unauthorised vehicles parked in the yard as part of my duties, however mundane, then I'll do it. Correctly.
I'm not very happy taking on board bent coppers from another division.
I was cleared, sir.
You were let off.
Scapegoat.
Yeah, well, that's not the view your Chief Super took. Cheating at cards is a criminal offence, whether it's playing with colleagues or not. You should have been nicked.
Then why wasn't I, sir?
Don't get flashed with me, Ramsey. You know as well as I do, no station wants to wash its dirty linen in public if it can help it.
Sir, I've been put back into uniform. Don't you think that's punishment enough?
You lived a charmed life. You're too smart for your own good.
You say so, sir.
I'm going to give you a chance, but you don't deserve.
Sergeant Cryer? Just come up, Bob. Yes, sir. Right away.
Is that it?
Yep.
Oh, thank God it's here. I don't fancy another bollocking from Roach.
A man who wants to prove himself is ruthless.
I just hope he gets selected a bit quick, then we can all settle down and get some peace, hopefully.
Better the devil you know.
What if we got another Galloway?
There's a thought.
Look, Mike, I better go and get some food if this is going to be a long one. What do you fancy? Indian? Chinese? Not a kebab?
Ramsey's been transferred from Barton Street. I'm putting him on your relief, Bob.
I didn't see the transfer in police orders. Must have missed it.
You did. It'll be in next week's.
Well, it's good to have an extra pair of hands.
Thanks.
Did you come to Sunhill by choice?
Not really.
Compassionate grounds.
Well, welcome aboard.
Right, if you'd like to go with Sergeant Cryer, he'll sort things out for you. Hope you enjoy your stay.
I don't like this.
What's wrong with you?
I just think that we ought to get some advice on this one, that's all.
Just going to get some information, are we? Now, I could be completely wrong.
Well, that's what I'm worried about.
If it comes down to the nicking stakes, we'll play it by ear, all right? As I said before, Haynes, you've got no bottle.
You're the boss.
Compassionate, eh?
Yeah. My mum lives not far away. Just off the manor. She ain't been too good for some time.
Is that right?
Section house is not too far away. We'll keep an eye on her from there.
Yeah, well, we're on earlies this week. Oh, Tom. It's Pete Ramsey, just joined our relief. Sergeant Penny.
Nice to meet you. Wait a minute. Ramsey, you're not the owner of that Porsche up there, are you?
Yeah?
Well, bloody well get it out of the chief super's bay. And in future, park it out in the street.
Can have an heart attack, hasn't he?
He's on light duties. He's had a rough time. Got a bullet in the guts.
Well, deserves to be a bit moody, I suppose.
Right, this is the locker room. Oh yeah, that locker there with the key in it, that'll be empty. Take that. But before you do any more, if I were you, I'd get that car moved out of the yard a bit smartish.
Yeah. You haven't got a friendly garage around here, have you? Could take a look at my motor. I'll get rid of it for a while, then.
Yeah, around the corner. Back of the market, Lish Way, Harry's garage. And you can tell him I sent you. Then I'll see you back here this afternoon.
Any movement?
Nope.
So how long are you going to give it?
As long as it takes. I don't like relish. I told you I don't like relish.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I've got the wrong one.
Harry?
Yeah.
I'm a mate of Bob Cryer's. He said you'd take a look at my motor for me. Busy. What's the problem? Misses now and again. Stalled at the lights a few times.
Next Tuesday. How does that suit you?
It doesn't.
That yours?
Yep.
Nice motor. Looks in good nick.
I'll pick it up at 5.
Yeah. Thanks. Anytime.
Chief Inspector Conway. Sorry, did you say Ministry of Defence, Mr. Penrose? Yes. And it was definitely 2 of my officers? Listen, I'd like to call you back on this one, Mr. Penrose. Can I have your extension? Thank you. This is Chief Inspector Conway. Listen, as soon as Sergeant Peters arrives at the station, I want to see him. Immediately. Yeah.
You have to. Hold on, what's this?
Come on.
Open it. And what have we got here then?
Are you trying to get Billy? Move, 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 move! Come on! It's slow! Get on it! Move it! Squad! Squad! Halt!
Now, where do you want these ratings?
Through there to the right, sir.
Thank you.
Police! Run!
What the hell's going on?
I don't know. It looks like Alec Peters got a mutiny on his hands, look.
Squad ready at your disposal, sir.
Thank you very much.
Stand up, guy!
Drugs? That's why I'm asking you. I've never seen anything like it. Well, what is it?
你真係多事啊，太佬，我唔知啊。
Stay to you!
Well, it's not cannabis, Sarge.
It can't be.
What?
No, I don't know.
Squad, we'll move to the right in threes. Right! 10! Squad, leading off from the left in single file. Double time, quick! March! Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Keep it moving, man! Keep moving! Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Come on, move it!
Devil's that?
Squad, time! Squad, punch! Squad, turning to line. Left, 10! Right, dress! Eyes, front!
Come on, darling, give the old man a digital for his birthday. Don't go to those silly prices in there. Come to Old Fisky, 12-month guarantee as seen on Police 5.
Excuse me. Excuse me, love.
Leave it at Ramsey, this ain't your manner.
Oh, yes, it is me old China.
Since when?
Since today.
Get up.
Don't do a moody on me, Fisk. You know the rules of the game.
Look, it's been a bad morning, Pete. Pete, listen. I'm skint, all right?
You can do better than that.
A score, OK? That's all I can manage. How am I going to explain that on my tax return?
As you always do, Fisky. As you always do.
Make way, please. Coming through. Go on.
I suppose I'd better start questioning them then, hadn't I?
That won't be necessary, Sergeant. They'll all admit it.
Mr. Conway is screaming for you, Sarge.
Where's the CID hangout, Sarge?
Top of the stairs, on the left.
Well, you got me.
Well, I think it's that dried stuff you put in a bowl to make the place smell nice.
Potpourri?
No, it's not pot.
Well, I think we'd better give it to the lab boys.
Oh, it's rubbish. Let's kick them out.
Look, we haven't got evidence for anything else.
All right, give them bail.
Saffron. It's a spice. You use it in cooking to give colour, flavour, that sort of thing.
What did I tell you? Rubbish.
Who are you, mate?
Pete Ramsey, XTC, Barton Street. I've started here today. Well, tomorrow proper. How much of this stuff you got?
Oh, nearly a van load.
Nice little touch.
How do you know about all this?
I've dealt with it before.
What's it worth?
What, a van load?
Well, small van, an escort.
60 grand?
60 grand?
You are joking.
Well, give or take a few. It's one of the most expensive spices you can get your mitts on, if you can get your mitts on it. Stigma of the crocus, me old flare.
Crocus? What are those little flowers?
I'll give you the Latin name if you like, but you'd only think I was trying to be flesh.
I cannot believe it.
We were making tentative inquiries. It snowballed.
But how can you board one of Her Majesty's frigates in sight of Traitor's Gate, of all places, without permission?
Well, they were on a goodwill visit, sir. They gave us tremendous cooperation.
Yeah, which you abused. Did you caution them?
Well, didn't have a chance, sir. It all happened so quickly.
Yeah. Ministry of Defence, did you notify them?
No, sir.
No, I know you bloody well didn't, because I had them on the phone the moment you marched those sailors off the ship. Did you know that frigate was chock-a-block with top-secret electronics? You should at least have notified the MOD out of courtesy before even attempting to go on board. It's a wonder you and Haynes weren't shot as spies.
So, next DC, eh? You'd be a useful lad to have about the place.
Well, I was hoping to get back in my department soon.
What went wrong with Barton Street?
Bit of domestic trouble. I got caught playing cards with a couple of the lads when I should have been out on duty. You know how it goes.
Oh, I know.
60 grand's worth of saffron.
Before the day's through, I'll probably have the Admiralty on the phone, the Home Office. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't get the PM.
To be honest, sir, I don't see what the fuss is about. They've committed arrestable offences. Now, why shouldn't I nick them?
Because, Sergeant Peters, if you'd taken the time to contact a liaison officer at the MOD, you might have discovered that HMS Montelimar is due to sail first thing tomorrow morning to join in secret NATO exercises.
Tomorrow?
The Mediterranean. For an undisclosed period of time. How are they going to do that when you've nicked half the damn crew?
You are exaggerating, aren't you, sir?
Look, your idea of a sailor washing the decks and doing the hornpipe is just a little bit out of date. These men are technicians, computer operators, parts of a team. Do you know what chaos is?
No, sir.
Well, let me put it in simple terms, shall I? If you and Haynes were in the Navy, your actions today would have wiped out their CAD room in one flaming swoop. You'd have probably caused more damage than a direct hit with an Exocet missile.
So you'll put in a good word for me?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, thanks very much. You were right, it is saffron. Nicked from the importer's burglary in Southwark.
Anytime. See you around.
Useful lad to have around.
Leave me, will you, and shut the door behind you? Hello, love. Is Sergeant Brent there? Derek. Ted Roach. Listen, would you fill me in on an ex-DC called Ramsey?
You go downstairs and you bail those sailors into naval custody. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And in future, never make a move like that until you get advice.
Yes, sir.
I'll go and see the magistrate, explain what a balls up you've made. I've no doubt you'll be writing reports for the rest of your service. But what are you waiting for?
On my way, sir.
Can I see you for a minute, sir?
Yeah. As long as it's got nothing to do with the Navy, the Admiralty, or the MOD.
It's about this man Ramsey.
Right, one at a time.
Right, Bartlett here. Sir.
You just sign there.
All right, if I pick my motor up, Sarge.
Where have you been?
Finding my way about.
Right, see you first thing in the morning on parade. 6 o'clock sharp. There you are.
Blake!
What about Ramsey?
I hear he's not the man to play cards with.
Who told you? Look, the less this gets about, the better, Ted.
Oh, you know me, Governor.
Look, Barton Street Nick has had a lot of trouble, Ted. At one stage, it looked as though the whole station would be transferred overnight through one thing or another.
Naughty firm, that Barton Street.
Yeah, well, I took on Ramsey as a favour to the chief super. He's an old mate of mine. He just couldn't afford to have any more trouble at the station.
So we've inherited somebody else's aggro.
Look, I'm doing an old mate a favour. Let's just leave it at that, shall we?
You know that he caught some young PCs for 500 quid playing brag? They're still paying him off.
Yeah, and arrest. They lynch him if he ever shows his face back at Barton Street.
Well, you know what they say, Governor. You can rape the chief super's wife, seduce his daughter, but cheating at cards, that's the cardinal sin.
On the other hand, there's never been any real proof he's bent.
Well, maybe he's been too clever.
There's a good thief catcher, Ted.
Set a thief to catch a thief, eh?
Not the words I would have used. A good thief catcher sometimes attracts malicious allegations. You should know that.
So, what do you want me to do?
Don't spread any rumours. The reason for his transfer is compassionate. Understand?
Oh, I understand, sir.
Call your shot! Get in there! Let's get out of this place! Come on! Baby! Come on! Get in there!
Thank God for that.
This has been one of the worst days of my life.
something to tell you.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Barton Street, you come
Morning, all!
Morning.
I take it you've all met Mr. Ramsey?
Yeah.
Therefore, we'll get straight down to business. Right, duties are the same as yesterday. You'll be covering the same patrols.
Boring.
And if Sergeant Peters asked anyone to board an aircraft carrier or a Boeing 747, just politely refuse.
OK, Mel.
I want these inquiry forms completed today. No excuses. Ramsey, you'll be with Ackland for the first few days, but I want to have a word with you before you go. All right, that's it.
I'll meet you back here.
On your way. Right, give me a minute.
Right, don't you ever turn over any of my things again.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You go straight down to Harry's and you pay the man.
Of course I was going to pay him. What's
Look,
the
I
big-
know all about you, Ramsey.
Look, I just didn't have enough cash on me. That's all.
I'll give you an hour. If you haven't paid Harry by then, I'll nick you.
Yeah.
You better believe it. From now on, I'm watching your every move, Ramsey, and you put one foot out of place, and I'll have you. Now get out in the streets.